Seriously, they're not hard to control. Bread and circus is one way. That's the old-fashioned way. Now it's MTV and McDonald's. That's just a modern version of pan et circus. That's what the Romans used. But it's the same game. You look at what they're devouring on their, look at the cultural impoverishment of this society. You know, people aren't hungry in this society. They're starving to death. They're starving to death. And they're starving to death even though they're overeating. The reason that they have to eat more and more is because there's no nutrients in the food. So you're wondering why they're all getting bigger and bigger out there? Because the more they eat, the hungrier they feel. They're not satiated. All you have to do, come to California and we'll give them a real meal like brown rice and tofu, and you'll see how quick they're hungry. They won't be hungry. If you eat a real meal, you go and eat, the Indians eat dal. You don't see fat Indians down in those villages because they eat dal. They eat real food. They're eating real bread that they cook with their own hands, chapatis. They're eating chapatis and they're eating dal. And they have better nutrition than all these people out here. They have better nutrition. But when you go up into that 1%, you know what they're eating? They're eating dal and handmade chapatis. Really, they're eating the same stuff the poorest people are eating in a lot of these countries. Go to Malaysia and you see how poor people eat. They're eating real vegetables that they grew. Pakistanis in this country, I know a lot of you know this. Your grandmothers, when they got here, the first thing they did was went in the backyard and started a garden. They grow their own tomatoes to put in their curries because that's just the way they did it. In this country, you used to have what were called victory gardens in World War II. They told people to grow your own gardens. Now, people don't even know what a vegetable is. The closest thing they get to it is a French fries. Really, or pizza. It's because it's got some red under there. I think that's from a vegetable. See, they don't know what vegetables are. Most kids now in the schools can't identify a lot of the vegetables. They can't. They've actually done these tests and they don't know what a turnip is or a Brussels sprout, let alone a collard green. See, some people are old enough to know collard greens, right? Because people went out and picked them because they couldn't afford to go down to the store. People were resourceful. This country was a country of resourceful people.